Once you've added all your ordering parties, go ahead and click the next button and it will take you to the next step, step 4 or 5. In step 4 is where you add all the service items the client will be ordering. If you are going to use the billing set, at this point you would go and click yes. If you select yes, it's going to pull up the billing set. Just use a drop down and select whichever billing set it may be. I'm going to say my client is going to be ordering the ON1 with an exhibit. Then it's going to show you that Mr. Don is ordering from deponent Dr. Lee. Going to be ordering the original, copy with the original and the exhibit. And then Mr. Stephen Pettit is going to be ordering from Dr. Lee, and he's going to be ordering the copy, the exhibit, and the ASCII. Once this portion is done, if you have no other service items to add, click Next. If you have additional service items you need to add that you did not see in the billing set, click here. Once you click there, it's going to take you back to step 4, and then at this point you can just use the drop-down and manually select whichever other service item you may need to add. Mr. Don says he actually will need to order an Amicus disc. Select the Amicus disc, check the box next to the ordering client, then hit Save. Once you hit Save, it's going to actually show you and tie that order. Once everything is done here and you have no more service items to add, go and click Next, and it's going to take you to step 5. At this point, it will show you the billing sheet. Take a look at the billing sheet. If everything looks correct, go ahead and submit it. Once you submit it, it's going to send the billing sheet to the office saying that this particular resource has turned in this job. Going back to the turn-in, I'm going to go ahead and select the advanced mode. And then I'm going to click on the job 12274. Now, once you're in the advanced mode, it's going to look a little bit different than the wizard mode. First thing that you see, again, is just like the wizard mode, is going to be step 1 where it shows you the job information. Job, the firm, the client. It's going to give you the case name, the case number, and any notes you need to add. Now, once you hit Next is where it looks a little bit different. In the advanced mode, separate from the wizard mode, it doesn't go in a step-by-step order. It actually just lists everything on this one page. However, you have to go from top to bottom and work its way down, or else it will not allow you to continue. As you can see, the only thing that is available right now for me to check is the new witness. So where it says witnesses, the only option that I can select is a new witness, so I go and select that. And I'm just going to go ahead and add this new deponent, Dr. Lee. Go and put in 80 pages, hit Save. Once you hit Save, that's when you notice down below for the file and parties, it actually opens up and allows you to select that option. So if you have any files to upload, select New File, select the destination of that file, file type, hit Save. Then again, below is where you add all the ordering clients. You can choose to add pre-fill parties, which will list all the parties in the job. Check the boxes for them. Save. And it will create an invoice for them. If you do the pre-fill parties and for whatever reason you don't see the ordering client in there, just click on New Party and you can just manually look for that particular client. Once you've done that, below where it says Services, this is where you would have to tie the service items to the ordering clients. So again, you can choose to use the pre-fill services, which will be the billing set. Okay, just use a drop-down, whatever it may be that they're ordering. Save. Okay, and then again, pre-fill services, copy for Mr. Pettit. Save. Once you're finished, hit Next, and then at this point it's going to generate the billing sheet for you to submit through. And the next function that I'm going to show you is the activity. In here, your resources can actually see all the invoices that they're tied to. So if they want to look for all the invoices from back in 2006 to today, hit search. It'll pull up every single invoice that's tied to them. Show them the invoice number, the invoice date, the job number, the job date, the case, and then on the right side it'll show them if the invoice was paid by the client, if the resource was paid for the invoice, and how much the resource is getting paid for that particular invoice. If for whatever reason they want to take a look at that invoice, they can just click on the invoice number, and it will show them all the service items that you've tied to the resource. Now, it's not going to show the resource what you've billed out to your clients. It's just going to show the resource what they're getting paid for those service items. And again, if they want to see the PDF version of it, top right, they can click View PDF Version, and then it will give them a PDF version so that they can pull out their report if they'd like for a hard copy. And as you can see at the very end, it will show them the total amount. Or if they take a look on the right side over here, it will show them the total amount. The next tab is the pay statement. And the pay statement is a little similar to the activity, however, it's tied specifically to payrolls. So if this particular resource wants to look for, we'll say back in 2006, she wants to find everything that she was paid for the month of July payroll date. Select that pay date, hit search, and I'll pull up any invoice that's tied to that particular payroll for this particular resource. Now again, if they want to see the detail of what's been billed and what they're getting paid, click on Show Detail to Yes, hit search, and it'll list all the service items. There was 3 deponents. All the originals were ordered from all 3 deponents. This resource got paid for all the originals, and this is the amount that she got paid. Now going to the next tab, which is your repository. This is where your resources, your reporters, would go to view any files that they're tied to. So for example, I'm going to go again back to 2006 because this resource is pretty old. Hit search. It's going to show you all the jobs that they're tied to. If you go into a job, it will show you the file if there is one tied. As you can see, there is no files tied to this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and add one real quick just to show you guys an example. So I'm taking a look at job number 10957. Going into the RBA, go to the calendar, 10957, hit search. Double click. Now again, you can have the option, there's 3 different levels of the repository. You can upload it to the job, you can upload it to the case, or you can upload it to the turn-in. We usually recommend the turn-in in the witness level repository because only the ordering clients will be able to view these files then. Check Publish to make it accessible on the web. Hit Save and Close. Hit Save and Close. Go back into job number 10957. You're going to see the file available once they click into the job. At this point, if they need to view and or download it, they have 2 options. They can either click the link to download the file. Once they click the link, it's going to show at the bottom. And then once you hit open, it'll open up that particular file that you've selected. The other option is if you have multiple files, instead of clicking on the download link individually, you can actually check the boxes for all the files you want, then click on Download Checked Files. Then it's going to go ahead and show you the progression at the bottom right here for the files to be downloaded.